It's December 30th. Here in New Jersey, we have not had to use these yet, but I figured let me make a quick video on the two plow trucks that we have outfitted for the season. In case we get any snow, we'll be able to plow out what is relatively an absolutely empty parking lot. Now, as you probably know, the parking lot is empty because we don't have a lot of inventory, which is a bad thing. However, having no inventory or little inventory when you get like 2 feet of snow is awesome, because when you're out here cleaning cars off with 2 feet of snow on them, it's no fun. But here's what we got. We got a 2022 LT Crew Cab 2500 HD with a gas engine. So the crew cab is giving you the most room in the second row seat. This is an LT model, so it's going to have some nicer features in it. We also added some extra packages to this particular truck to outfit it the way we would normally outfit like an LT. And then we have a 2500 HD custom double cab. So the double cab is the smaller back seat. As you can see here, it has less space here in the second row, but for a plow truck, that might not be a bad thing, because overall the length of the vehicle is a little bit shorter due to the difference in cab size. This double cab 2500 is outfitted with the gas engine as well. Please don't mind the dirt that's on it from shipping. Both really nice trucks, both will get the job done. And one thing we make sure that we add, obviously, to every plow truck is a snow plow prep package. And what you get with that, it has a 220 amp alternator. It has an increased front GAWR, which is gross axle weight rating. Obviously, it's a little stiffer up front to handle the extra weight you're putting on the vehicle. It does give you skid plates underneath the vehicle for your transfer case and your oil pan. And it gives you a grommet, a rubber grommet pass-through, so it makes it nice and easy to get the wiring for the plow through the firewall into the cab. It also has emergency light provisions, so if you do put any kind of a beacon light or anything like that on the roof, you'll have an easy access to get that hooked up. Now, another thing, of course, we make sure all the trucks have is four-wheel drive, which we have here. So we have our different four-wheel drive modes. Obviously, if you're doing snow plowing, that is something you're definitely going to want. We also make sure that we add the necessary packages in both the custom or the LT to make sure it has heated outside mirrors. You know, you want to make sure that when you're out there in the snow, your ice isn't building up on those mirrors, that you can melt that ice to give you better visibility while you're doing a lot of backing up. Of course, these all have backup cameras like every car these days, which helps. And we also want to make sure that they have rear defrost on the back window. This way you can turn that on and you can make sure that back window is defrosted. Those are some things that I feel are necessary. Now, one thing in the custom that you're not going to see, that you're going to see here, is a heated steering wheel and also heated seats, which is a convenience feature. It's not something you need to plow, but if you're out there in the snow, obviously it'd be a nice to have. Now, there's a lot of different plow brands out there. For these two trucks, they decided to go to a company called Western. Western makes some good plows. This is the Pro Plus Ultra Finish 8-foot plow blade. And then it's also linked up or hooked on with an Ultra Mount 2, which is a very easy system and a very easy way to hook up the plow to the truck. So when you want to take it on and off, actually, let me show you that right now. So basically with this Ultra Mount 2 system, everything's basically hooked into here. So all you really have to do is pull this pin and pull this lever down so these feet are on the ground. That's gonna basically be able to be adjusted. This way it holds the plow in an upright position to the height of your particular truck. You do it on each side. There's one here, obviously there's one on the other side. And when you do that, once it's set up, you can then just disconnect your pins and you can back the truck right off the plow. Same thing when you're mounting it. You're basically gonna have it all set up. You're gonna drive up to it. It's got a nice, I think it's a 3-inch point with an angled a piece here that basically will draw, actually here it is right here, this will draw the mount right in, or the plow blade right into the mount, or the plow mount into the truck mount. And again, super easy to do. You're just gonna pull out your pin and drop your full foot, make your adjustment to the bottom here depending on where this is gonna hit the ground, and do the same thing on the other side, and you're all set. Very simple. Once you want to put it back on, once you're pulled into your plow mount here, you're just going to pull out your pin, lift this up, and it locks in place. Now, if you have one of these setups, obviously you can go to Western's website or right to your owner's manual for the plow. I'm sure that'll give you all the information you'll need to basically explain this in more detail to get it on and off your particular truck. Now, let's check out the controller. The controller for these Western plows that we put on is basically a handheld control. It's got plenty of cord here with it, so it can be stretched around whether you want to use in your right hand, your left hand. What's nice about it is, as you're driving with one hand, you can operate the plow at the same time, whether you're righty or lefty, whatever your preference would be. Also, rather than having a plow control mounted to the dash, which we actually had one in the past. It makes it a little easier if you're looking over your shoulder, things like that. You know, you always have it in your hand at the ready. It's very easy to use. This particular plow setup is basically only 5 buttons. So up in the top corner, you have your on-off button, a little indicator light to let you know that it's on. Then you have a button to raise the plow up. Obviously, you can go left. You can go to the right. And you can put it back down. Now, there are other buttons here for like scoop, retract, and each wing, like a left or right wing. That's if it's a V-plow setup. So those buttons are not functioning on this particular plow that we have here. But if you had that type of plow, you can still control it all from one remote. It's a pretty sweet setup, right? I mean, it looks good. It definitely has some nice nice halogen, not LED, but halogen headlights, high and low beam with turn signals built in, because obviously when your plow is up, you're blocking your factory headlights. We always equipped our 2500s with the roof marker lights, which I think is a must-have. And then even on this model, you get your parking lights built into your mirrors here. So you got a lot of nice lighting on the vehicle. And then, like we mentioned earlier, you do have provisions if you put any kind of a roof marker lamp or anything like that on the vehicle while you're plowing. Overall, just 2 real nice trucks, set up real nice. Obviously, the LT has a little bit more flash, you know, chrome bumpers, chrome little hood scoop there, rather than just black. You also get body color door handles, whereas the custom is going to have black plastic door handles. You know, some minor differences there as far as cosmetically. Definitely 2 nice rigs ready to go for the winter and get some work done. Hopefully we don't get too much snow, but you know, we'll see what happens. These are not for sale at the moment because it's very hard to get 2500 series trucks and we need them. So we set these up for the dealership. Once the winter's over, at that point we would sell them, you know, and at a market value, depending on what that value, that market value is. But for now, they are our snow plows. They're ready. And again, look forward to possible snow plow videos in the future, depending on the winter that we have. So have a very happy and healthy new year, and I will see you in 2022.